Welcome to another Medicare Mamba segment brought to you by ACV TV, 3M Studios, and Custom Care Solutions. Hello, I'm Lisa Ford. Join Brian Bilhartz and I as we discuss all things Medicare. And that last part, that Part C.
Oh, we're going backwards now.
Yeah, Part C.
Yeah, the only reason why we like to talk about Part C last is because we talked about your A, your B, and your D. And when it comes to that Part C, it's the definition of it's the Medicare Advantage program. And right now that could represent HMO plans, PPO plans, right, private fee-for-service plans. There's different types of plans that fall under that umbrella. Okay. But when anybody signs up on a Medicare Advantage, you think of that C for combined. Because that C plan, that Medicare Advantage plan, you're combining your Part A, your Part B, and your Part D into one plan.
Okay.
So that's why we like to kind of keep that,
okay,
at the end, because you're taking all of your A, B, and D, you're assigning it to the
Part
private
C.
insurance company, who's the Part C plan,
okay,
and then they become responsible for all of your claims, coordination of care, coordination of benefits.
So Part C could actually truly be a HMO, it could be a PPO, or it could be a fee-for-service.
Correct.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Education
welcome.
is always good,
Yes,
I tell
it
you.
is.
So you talk about Medicare Advantage, but sometimes I hear it as Medigap, I hear it as Medicare Advantage. I know there's a difference. I don't know what that difference is. You're the
Yeah.
expert. Please share with us what that.
So there's a bit, it's so funny because we go through training every single year to make sure that we're not misleading people, we're not misguiding them, we're giving accurate and correct information to the people we're responsible for serving. And one of the big ones is making sure that you don't mislead people to believe that a Medicare Advantage is the same as a Medigap or a supplemental, because there is significant difference. When you're on a Medicare Advantage, again, Medicare is actually paying that company a fee every month to take on the responsibility of that A, B, and D coverage that Medicare provides, right,
yeah,
to manage that. Whereas if you go with a Medigap, sometimes referred to as a Medicare supplement, Medicare stays as the first payer, the primary payer. So they pay their portion first, and then whatever they leave behind gets billed to your Medigap or supplemental plan.
Okay.
So there's a real distinct difference in that, in how the plan actually functions, but also for the Medicare beneficiary, because on a Medicare Advantage, even if you're on a Medicare Advantage PPO, remember you have doctors that are in network and out of network, and you're going to pay a higher fee for doctors out of network, right?
Okay.
But with a Medicare supplemental insurance plan, there really are no networks. You can see any doctor anywhere in the country as long as they accept Medicare assignment, which just means they accept Medicare's fee schedule for the services they provide to their patients.
Okay. So I hear a lot from our local community who are trying to figure this out and take this journey and, okay, do I want straight Medicare? Do I want to be in an Advantage plan? Right. The beauty of our community is we've had some really amazing IPAs that have developed over the years. And for those who don't know IPA, independent provider or physician association, yeah, which is a network like Desert Oasis Healthcare, right?
Correct.
Okay, so they've come together, they take on those Medicare Advantage plans and some PPOs and some supplementals as well. But
right.
For the purpose of this discussion, I just want to focus on the Medicare Advantage. I've heard some of our community talk about, why would I assign my benefits to a local IPA? In this case, let's just use Desert Oasis,
right,
to manage when now I have to only use that network of providers within my community, and I can't travel to see my niece on the East Coast.
Right.
Should I be thinking about those things when I'm making my selection, Medicare Advantage, PPO? Should I be forward thinking and say, look, my pocketbook can afford to pay a little bit more for my supplemental plan. I don't need to be so concerned about what that extra cost is. So I think I'll stay with my Medicare supplement as opposed to going to my, is that the right thinking? Is that?
Yeah, you're spot on with that. Like,
okay,
everything you said is really the process that we go through with everybody we meet with.
Okay.
Because these are all valid questions. They're all valid concerns. We understand that for the most part, not exclusively, that healthcare is a financial decision.
Right.
So we ask a lot of questions. Who are your doctors that you see on a regular basis? What?
Yeah.
over the years, we've learned how to
Yeah.
hone down those questions
Right.
because if you 10, 15 years ago, I'd ask people, who are your doctors? And
Exactly.
they'd say, oh my gosh, I had this doctor that operated on my ankle 37 years ago, and in case if my ankle goes out again,
I want him. He's dead. Oh, sorry.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of that happens. But these are all valid questions that we go through to walk our clients through the process of making that decision because ultimately it's their decision.
Right.
Our job is to equip them with the knowledge, understanding how these flows work, the differences between the plans. And fortunately for us, we do have an organization like Desert Oasis that does have a very profound network structure here in the Coachella Valley, which is really important.
Right.
But there's going to be cases where people are like, well, I do have this one specialist that I've seen on a continual basis for the last 10 years. That's not part of their network. It's out of the area. Those are considerations that people need to make about, okay, if you choose to go that route, that's fine. Here's the price that you pay to be able to continue seeing that provider.
Right.
And we let them make that decision. Some people say, it's worth it because this doctor saved my life, or, I think I'm pretty stable right now. Maybe I do look into, trying out this Medicare Advantage HMO plan.
Right. Thanks for watching Medicare Mamba. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Please share this with anyone interested in this valuable Medicare information. Until next time, I'm Lisa Ford.